What an amazing day today. What an exciting day it has to be. It doesn't matter what zone you're at, evening time, midnight, 5 a.m., 6 a.m., whatever, afternoon. The one thing that is common about today is that probably we have people that are much hungry than ever before for various reasons. And that's why this room is populating at the speed at which it is. Now, this meeting, actually, Mr. Holiday, we're testing something. We only made this announcement, this promotional announcement about, I think, less than 3 hours ago. Mm-hmm. And it's always, I learned something back in the days. They said, it's not about how much time it takes between when you do the invitation, but it's about the value that you put, value proposition. So, the people continue to come here in expectation. So my question to each of the participants would be, what's your expectation? We value your time, but do you value your time yourself? Because if so, what do you expect to take away from here? That will determine how well positioned you will be to attain the sort of results that you set for yourself. Now, in doing that, we believe that any object that has life has a time to grow, but also a time to die. And fortunately for CFX, we are a company that is growing. Usually, if all of you pay attention to the stages of companies when they formulated up until the time of massive momentum, it would take several years, but we are here to celebrate probably one of the most amazing historic achievement with CFX, that we have actually hit massive momentum probably within our 1 year anniversary or just after. You'll soon discover why that's the case. But in doing that, we know that if we don't build people, we don't have a company. So it all comes down to people, which is why when we started this journey, when I got first introduced to Mr. Holiday, we didn't have any results. So there is normally two ways to build a company. Either you attract leaders or you decide to build them right from the foundation. But because we didn't have any results, we decided that we're gonna go out and build those leaders, which is why some of you have never ever had experience in network marketing or home-based business, and you happen to actually got into this company, CFX, and you started to learn, and probably you are already a teacher, mentor, or whatever in your individual capacity. And we recognize you, we honor you with the commitment that you have made. But the purpose of tonight's call is specific. We know that in order for people to sustain whatever level they've reached, they have to grow as a leader. A leader is not necessarily someone who tells others what to do, but a leader is that person who bears the vision and is able, with maximum effort or minimum or whatever is applicable to them, to paint the vision so clearly that it allows others to buy into the vision and follow. So Mr. Holiday is one of those leaders that I got to know right from the beginning, and they shared the vision of this company, and I was blown away. So we have invited him here specifically because he is the senior of seniors in CFX. When I say that, I'm not just saying to make some of you think, oh, why is he over edifying him? Why not? Why not? He's the man. He created the blueprint. By the way, if you didn't know, that's so. He created the blueprint, and that blueprint has already promoted him to not someone who is, I like to use the word millionaire maker. He is already a millionaire maker. Some people are known as millionaires or whatever. This is not about money, but this is about impact. But there are people who are called millionaire makers. So his blueprint, if you followed it with faith or belief, whichever way, you don't need faith right now. You just need to believe bigger. It can take you to that level. But you need to understand its origin, why it was created. And in doing so, he is going to show you how to become a leader. Whether you want to be an executive or ambassador or whatever, it doesn't really matter, but you must follow a certain road, if you like, that will lead you from executive all the way through the ranks onto global ambassador. It's not even important if you hit global ambassador, but what is more important is profitability, because the number one reason why anybody would get into business is to stay profitable. But personally, I always like to say, I want to be in business to become what we call abnormally profitable. So on that basis, I want to open the floor to Mr. Justin Halliday. He is going to take you through the training. We shared this a few days ago, and we decided that now was the time, and those people would be fortunate enough that they made the right decision to be here would actually be beneficiary to that. So we'd like to welcome you. We love you, sir. I know whether there will be something new that you might want to spill out or something like that. I know there's a few things boiling on the background, but it's your opportunity. We welcome you, sir. Take the floor.
Wow. Amazing introduction. Way to open up the call very eloquently and very well, Martin. First, let me say this. Martin gives me a lot of credit, and I receive that credit with humility. It's hard sometimes to hear somebody talk to you about like that and remain humble, right? It's difficult. It's challenging, but Martin himself is an amazing leader. He has. I love your definition. I love your description of a leader, and it is. It's a leader is not somebody who can come into a business like this and recruit 100 people. Not a leader. Good recruiter, maybe a good salesperson, but not a leader. A leader, like Martin said, is somebody who sees the vision, believes the vision, and then helps others grab onto that vision, right? That's really a leader. And I'm going to take it one step further. I believe a leader is somebody who is willing to invest their own time, energy, and effort into the benefit, into the growth, into the development of others, right? Leaders don't look in a mirror and try and figure out how can I be better. Leaders look out into the community and figure, here, we've got 318 people. By the way, kudos to every one of you. Whether you're here today and you have helped one person get started, 10 people get started, whether you have 5 people in your team or 5,000 people in your business right now, the fact that you're here on a Saturday, I know it's most of you are probably Europe based. The fact that you're here on a Saturday night is pretty awesome. So you have sacrificed the ability to do anything else you want to do, to be here, to learn, to grow, to develop, and to produce better results for you and your members. So the congratulations does not go to me. The congratulations goes to you. It's awesome. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this on speaker view for now. I should pop up. Okay, so for some reason it's not popping me. Let's try this. Let's try this for now. Well, I don't like that view. I'm too big there. Let's go back here. Okay, so we're going to cover a couple of things here today, and the goal really is we have, let's call it 60 days, right? Let's say it's the beginning of November. Yeah, it's not November 1st, but it's the beginning of November. We have 2 months to wrap up probably one of the craziest years in the history of this world, right? The 2020, whatever you want to call it. Just it's been crazy. I can remember being out in Europe, in Amsterdam, in the Netherlands, in a hotel, waiting to wake up the next day to catch a flight to London to spend 6 days with Martin and a lot of you folks. 6 days, big meeting, big event. I mean, we had over 1,000 people registered for the event, and then we had small meetings to break out, and we were looking so forward to coming out. And I got a knock on the door at 3 a.m. in the morning with my family was with me, my 3 young boys, my wife, Everybody was passed out waiting for the next day to move over to London. And I got a knock on the door, and I look through the little hole, and it's Luigi Bruni, my business partner. And he looks pretty concerned. And I'm thinking, I'm transparent, y'all. I mean, I'm going to tell you what I was thinking. We were in Amsterdam thinking, what did this guy smoke? And why is he knocking on my door at 3 o'clock in the morning? And so I'm looking and I'm waiting to see, and he knocks again, and I open up the door, and he says, dude, you got to get out of here, dude. You got to get out. He was very, very flustered. I said, what are you talking about? He says, Donald Trump just made an announcement that if you're not back in the U.S. within 30 days or within by Friday, you're not getting back in for 30 days. And I sat there and let that thought realization in my head, and we mobilized the family pretty quickly. We had to cut the trip short. But looking back now, what really happened became a blessing for so many people, right? You hear the scripture, what they intend for evil, God uses for good. And it's amazing how many people were struggling then and didn't even have to go back to work when they were allowed to. Like, how many lives have been affected financially because of this company, because of this platform. And so anyway, we're wrapping up one of the craziest years in the history of the world. We have 2 months left. Martin and I have decided now's the time to mobilize the team, to mobilize each and every one of you, and give you the necessary tools and skill sets so that you can advance in the next 30, 60 days and achieve greater things here than you've ever achieved in your entire professional life. That's our goal. It is no longer about me. It is no longer about Martin. It is no longer about Richard. It is no longer about Luigi or John Kinnear or any of these guys. It's about you. That's been our focus. I'm going to give you just a little example of that. Last night, 7 p.m., my family and I were having dinner in a really nice Italian restaurant, enjoying ourselves. And on the way home, I had one of our friends in Trinidad and Tobago message me, and he says, hey, listen, I got a group here, and they want to hear from you. They want to hear from you. Like we went through the presentation, and they want to hear from you. And I said, sure. Can you give me 15 minutes? I'll be home in 15 minutes. He said, no problem. And I know Martin, and I know John and Richard and the other members, we all feel the same way. Listen, that meeting had 8 people in it. Didn't have 800, didn't have 8,000. 8 people. And we put aside our Saturday night to spend an hour with 8 people who are most likely going to come in with $300 packages. My point is this: our attitude from the beginning, from day one till now, is if we get in a call and there's one person, just one person whose life can change because of this information, game face on and go time. And that's what you can expect from me. And that's what you can expect from Waskar and Edwin and Ron and Martin and everybody else. So let's get on with the training. Here's what I want to know. I want everybody to locate the chat, and I want you to type in, if you can help me, everybody type in your current rank. If you've just started and you're an ace trader, that means you're ace trader. If you reached the requirements of executive, you're executive. If you're perfect, there we go. Here they come. Monica, if you could kind of keep track of that. We want to see where everybody's at. So beautiful. This is going to be interactive. This is not going to be me preaching and telling you what to do. This is going to be very interactive. So there we see all of the ranks. So we'll give all 357 members a chance to punch in there, your rank. I have a PowerPoint. I'm going to go ahead and shift for a second while everybody's punching in their ranks. because the next question is going to be similar. So let me find this. Here's my deck. Let me go ahead and pull this up here real quick. And I'm going to go ahead and enable, and then I'm going to go ahead and open this slide up right here. And I'm going to share some of this. We may skip through, and because I haven't had a chance to update this, but it's pretty much timeless. So let me go ahead and find that chat window, participants. Perfect. All right, perfect. So I think most of you have typed in. Here's what we're going to do next. We have 60 days left before the end of the year. So I see we have a lot of ace traders. We have a lot of executives. We have a lot of managers. Heck, we have a lot of directors. Remember, for those of you that have reached director, your next step is the Porsche. Your next step is the Porsche. Like it's, you know, I was listening to Luigi. Luigi left a memo, an audio note in one of our masterminds yesterday, and it makes so much sense. For the first 8 or 9 months of this company, all we heard about was Luigi Bruni and Justin Halliday won the Porsche. Luigi Bruni and Justin Halliday presidents. And I'm going to tell you something, y'all. I got sick and tired of hearing it. Like, I personally was sick and tired of hearing that we were presidents. It almost got to the point where it was like, stop talking about it. And then August rolled around, and then Martin became president, and then Richard became president, and they qualified in the month of August. And then September rolled around, and John Kinnear became president. And then October rolled around, and Leo Shea became president, which bumped us up to ambassador. The point is this: if you're willing to do the things other people can but won't, pay attention. If you're willing to do the things other people can but won't, you will easily turn your dreams into reality. See, that's where it comes down to. Are you willing to sacrifice? And right now we know 370 of you have sacrificed your Saturday night. So the next question is this: where would you like to see yourself? And I don't want you to be shy. I don't want you to be conservative. I want to know, what rank would you like to reach by the end of December? You have 2 months, 2 months. Where would you like to see yourself? Martin, ambassador. Joseph, manager. Look at that. Executive, great. Somebody who's just starting. So what I want you to do, for those of you that are writing this down, I want you to get a fresh page, and I want you to write at the top of your journal. I want you to write your current rank. And then I want you to write in big, bold, capital letters the rank you want to reach at the end of the year. Okay? And I see everybody putting it in there. So write it down. Okay? That's it. That's the end of the training. It doesn't take any hard work. We're all done here. Everybody's going to hit the ranks that they want to hit. We can all just go home, right? No. Now comes the beautiful part. The work. Listen, Martin has said this before. Don't just look at the end result. Enjoy the journey. Yes, you want to become a manager. Yes, you want to become a director. There you go, MC, director, Amit, manager, Ezekiel, director. I love it. I love it. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy getting in the trenches with people. I love these calls. Again, whether there's 5 of you or 5,000 of you, if I could use my time, listen, my children have been waiting all day for this meeting. You know why? Not because they're interested in the meeting, because they know when the meeting's over, we're going to the hobby shop. And so they have been waiting for this meeting all day. And I keep telling them, this is a very important meeting. He says, well, Dad, how many people are going to be on the meeting? I said, I don't know, son. I mean, they haven't really advertised it much. We might have 100 or 2, 400 of you. Okay. 400 of you. And so this stuff pumps me up. Let's go through some stuff. And again, write down current rank, and then write down in big bold letters, throw it out there, put it on your journal, the rank you want to reach by the end of the year. Let's go through a couple of these slides real quick. Again, leader, one who invests their time, energy, and effort into the growth and development of their team. You have all heard the Zig Ziglar quote, and it's been accredited to people like multiple different entrepreneurs, right? The more money you help other people make, the more money you make. That is a wealth building principle. If all you're concerned about with is your own bank account, trust me, it will not grow as quickly when you're concerned about other people's bank accounts. And so we're here today to impart some sort of wisdom, some sort of value into this community. Again, I'm going to say this because this is a recording. And so participation in the CFX rewards plan is never a guarantee of rank. Hard work, massive action, and consistency are absolutely required. Again, think about it. Are you willing to do what other people can but won't so that you can receive the reward that you deserve? Now, goals, roadmap, 30-day plan, all of this is valid. So how does the leadership rank points work? This might be new information for some of you, but our leadership rank points here are based off of a rolling calendar. Rolling calendar. This is what that means. Your points are not a lifetime accumulated points. They are calculated on a rolling day 30 calendar. Total points needed to reach and maintain rank will total daily based on your points from the last 30 days. Now, if you log into your back office and you go to the leadership page, you can mouse over and you can see this definition. You can see how many points you've accumulated today, like it says there, how many points you need to produce today. And you can see how many points are going to roll off from 31 days. 2 points I want to make. This is pure genius for 2 reasons. Most companies calculate volume on a monthly calendar, which means it causes 2 really negative, perceptions within the company. The first one is if you've worked hard all month and you get to 40, 50, 60,000 volume, whatever the volume number is, when you wake up on the 1st of November, you start at 0. That's a huge negative crush to your mindset. That never happens here. You almost never can go back to 0 unless you and your business completely stops growing for 30 days. Okay. No company can pay you over and over again on the same volume, which is why that volume has to circulate and why this is genius. Number 2, in those companies where the volume resets on the 1st of every month, guess what happens? People stop signing up new members like 4 days left in the month. They say, why should I go out and make any sales if in 3 days that volume is going to disappear? I'm going to wait till the 1st of the month. And so here at CFX, they have created a culture where that really never is an issue. So everybody has goals, right? You have all set your sights on your desired rank for the month. Some of you will reach that new rank this month. Some of you, it might take you 2 months. It just depends on how ambitious your goals are and how hard you are willing to work. So set your eyes on those desired goals. Understand what it will take to achieve those goals, right? We talked about it. Hard work, maximum effort, and consistency and focus. You know, one of the reasons Martin and the others are presidents is because of their focus. Like, they're bombarded just like you're bombarded, just like we're bombarded with all of the shiny objects in the space that are promising X number of returns and all look like credible sources of places to put our hard-earned money. But I can tell you what, the folks that are here director is also, it's not easy to achieve director. I can tell you that the people that are here today that have achieved the rank of director are not building any other business. They're not promoting any other business. They're not confusing their friends and followers of any other business. They are laser focused. So what does it take to achieve this? The roadmap is simple. It's been laid out before us. And what we know is it's achievable. It's achievable. Like I can share with you guys, we already have the volume for Global Ambassador. That's not a question. We already have the volume. Look at that. It's 15 million points. Already have that. What we're waiting for is our presidents to become ambassadors. And so why are we here today? Because our President Martin is waiting for you directors to become presidents and you managers to become directors. And so the roadmap has been laid out for us. Okay. And so now, here's what I've been telling people since the beginning. Don't focus on the volume. Focus on the people. Focus on the people. You know, we don't even look at the volume. We look at the people, and that's why we're here today. I'm not looking at what contracts are you coming in. I'm trying to figure out what do we need to do to help you get to the next level so that everybody else can get to the next level. By the way, just give me a little feedback so far. Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down? Are you guys, is this making some sense so far? I'd like to get just a little bit of quick feedback. So there's the roadmap. It's laid out for everybody. It's achievable. We've already seen people going through these ranks, and soon, very soon, we're going to see some more Ferraris, and we're going to see a Lamborghini, and then we're going to see some more Lamborghinis. So again, executive to manager, very simple requirements up to these points. You know, that president is the most difficult rank in the company. It is more difficult than ambassador and global ambassador. Now, why do you say that, Justin? Well, because if you notice, president requires 3 directors from 3 different lineages. From 3 different lineages, right? Where manager, you only need 2, director, you only need 2 managers. President, you need 3 directors from 3 different legs or 3 different teams. But then look what happens at ambassador. It switches. You can actually take 3 of those presidents and have 2 in one team and 1 in the other. And then the same thing with global ambassador. And so that president, which is the first supercar, which is the Porsche, is a very tough requirement. And so it requires that focus. It requires that consistency. Yes, guys, focus on the people, not the points. Focus on the people. So ambassador, global ambassador, we move on. Okay, so again, for those of you that are new, let's look at that executive rank. What does it take? It takes 500 PVP, right? That's a minimum of 500 points. That's $1,000 package. So if you plan to hit executive, at that point you have to be on at least the $1,000 pack, 3 referrals, personal referrals, 25,000 group volume, which is 50,000 USD. It's a 2-to-1 ratio where you're able to take max 15K from one leg. So in this example, you would be A. You would have helped on your level 1, 5 or more. 3 or more. In this view, you see 5 people get started, and then you see how that grows, right? So $1,000 contract, check. This team right here of only 15 people in this example easily generates 25,000 points. So imagine that you're getting started here today, and all you need to do is go build a business of just 15 customers. That's it. 15 customers. And those 15 customers all coming in and helping you maintain that first executive rank. Okay. Now we move on to the next level, which is manager. And so manager, you still only need the 500 PV. So $1,000 contract, 3 referrals doesn't change. The volume does. And so you need to see your business grow. Your business has got to grow. And so you bring in those 2 executives. Now here's what's key. Your executives that you're helping within your own specific business, within your own specific network, do not need to be your personals. They can be at any level. You know, you could have a brother or a sister who signs up with you and calls you up in a week and says, you know, listen, let me see here. Listen, Joseph, You know, listen, Martin, I have a buddy of mine, and he is an amazing networker. He has a network of 50,000. You know, he's been in network marketing for 20 years, and he just joined me. Well, your brother might not necessarily be a networker, but now somebody in your business who's on your level too is absolutely going to crush this. And so my point is when you're looking to rank up, those executives that you need to hit to that next level don't necessarily need to be directly connected to you. In this example, the team would generate 75,000 points, which would hit you manager, which would get you, a $10,000 Rolex. Perfect. We won't go through all of those. Oh, I forgot this was in here. Let me go ahead and let me just stop this share for a second. I'm going to play this just for the heck of it because it motivates the heck out of me. And if it motivates me, surely it's going to motivate somebody else.
His wife's gonna get the Porsche. Keep her in the truck. Michael's Porsche is much better than that though.
You guys have
That's a
leadership
Porsche.
that is beyond. We're very surprised. This guy has, I think, how much people do you got on your team?
6,700.
6,500 personas en 3 meses. Well, I don't know how you do it, but
So that right there, I see Martin smiling, and that video takes us back to a really it was a special 3-day event. I mean, it was absolutely amazing. We can't wait until we can finally have this celebration in Punta Cana, and many of you are gonna come and really celebrate that success. We're also coming back out to Europe. Our target is somewhere around the second quarter of next year to do some really big events all throughout Europe and the UK and London. And what I want you to do is I want you to take that video and I want you to literally have it right here, right? Mindset is 90% of your success. The other 10% is what you do and put into action. But I want you to all please envision yourself on that stage, receiving that rank, receiving your manager rank, your director rank, you know, your pin, which the company has spared no expense using the same company that designs the Olympic medals. You know, I don't know if all of you have seen this, but this is what they look like, right? You mean you get a solid gold pin with a diamond, you know, and then the next one has 2 diamonds, but you get these on. Look at the size of the box. It comes with a letter of authentication. I mean, it's really something different, something new that this company has done from day one. So now we talk about the hard work. Right now is the point where people roll up their sleeves and say, okay, let's call it a 60-day plan. Maybe it's a 30-day. Maybe some of you will need 60 days. Maybe some of you will need 90 days. That's okay. It's not how fast you go, as long as you continue to go, right? The car has to stay on the track. So what's that look like? Here's option A, do nothing and hope for the best. All right, we've got 381 people in the Zoom. Let me see how many people are done on option A. How many people are leaving the room? Nobody. Because option A doesn't work. Do nothing and hope for the best is not the option. The option is get to work. Starting today, we're going to roll up our sleeves and we're going to get to work. Okay, I'm going to give you a simple invitation, and there's so many different ways to do this. We can go on all day, and we would never have an exhaustive list, right? We had, I hope all of you saw, the Network Ninja was on our training a couple of weeks ago. Fraser Brook Fraser Brooks, right? If I'm going to show you some things on where to go get some stuff today that some of you might not have been aware of, but I'm just going to talk to you a little bit, right? He talked about, find, add message, right? Find, add message. Find like-minded people, add them to your Facebook and message them. He talked about leaders are seeders, and when the seed is planted, it's when that emotional connection is made, right? And there's most likely not going to be a conversion that minute. There's most likely not going to be a sale in that very first connection, but you're building relationships. So make sure you guys go and watch that. Even if you've seen Fraser or read his books, there was a lot of value in that. It was a short 35 minute meeting. So let's look here. Have you ever made any money in the global Forex market? A simple invitation. It does not get any more simple than that. In fact, I'm going to tell you something. This was how I was introduced to the Forex market 3 years ago. This exact question. I had a friend contact me in the end of 2017, multi-million-dollar earner, huge entrepreneur, friend of mine. And he reached out to me one day and he says to me, Justin, have you ever made any money in the Forex market? And I looked at him and I said to him, what the heck is Forex? I literally had no idea, guys. It was just not something that I was up to speed on. I'm going to get into that, Angie. We're going to go through all of where you can locate the videos and the training. I'm going to wrap up these slides in a minute. But that was how it started for me. And the next question was this: are you open to a couple short videos and having a look at my results? Of course. His name was Logan. He was a good friend of mine. He was way younger than me. I knew he was very successful. And so, success leaves clues, right? You guys hear me say that all the time. It's okay to be a copycat if you're copying the right cat, right? And so I said, absolutely. I don't really know what Forex is, but send me some information. Well, I started pursuing Forex after what he sent me. I started training and tried to develop my own strategies, my own techniques, and I didn't do so well. Most of us don't do very well. In fact, 90% of the, 90 million home-based retail traders lose money and lose a lot of money, if not all of their money. What I realized was this was a market that had opportunity. I just needed to find the right way to tap into this market. Well, we all know now that we have the right way. It's 3 letters, CFX, right? That's how we tap into the market. So that's the invitation. Show the plan, write it down. Show the plan. You cannot educate people if they don't take a proper look. They have to look at the plan. You're going to get all sorts of excuses. I don't have enough time. Are you trying to pitch me one of those pyramid schemes? Whatever the objection is. But I'm going to tell you something. It's real simple math. The more people you show the plan, the faster your business is going to grow. If you work today and you show 2 people the plan, or I work today and show 30 people the plan, whose business is going to grow faster? So show the plan. Now, here's what I can say, and this is just coming from experience from 16 months. If they take a close look here, they're going to sign up. If they take a close look, they're going to get started. And it's okay if they start with 300. In fact, I usually recommend that. People say, well, I got 10 grand, Justin. Should I get started with 10 grand? I say, whoa, slow down. Start with 300. Follow how it works. Follow the trades. Get on a couple of webinars. Plug in, see how it works. And then when you're comfortable, no rush, you can upgrade to a higher contract. And what's interesting is over the course of the last 16 months, every single one of those people would call me 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days later, maybe 2 weeks later, and they would say, Justin, how do I upgrade? Every single time, you guys. So the more people you show the plan, the faster your business is going to grow. And so a simple solution: start small and stress-free. I always ask people this next question. After they take a look and they figure out, okay, I'm kind of ready to go, you know, I ask them, I don't put people in a box. I say, what do you have set aside to get started? Like, can you swing 500 to 1,000? Because that gives me a good idea of where they are financially. You know, some people might come back and say, well, I don't have that kind of money. Or some people might come back and say, yeah, I've got a few thousand set aside, right? So John Kinnear does a great training on this. It's on our team site. I'm going to show you where all that is here in a minute. But John uses the help 3 who help 3. And there's a very specific term here, very specific term that we want to use here. Come along for the journey. I've selected. See that word select? Write it down. Select. You're not begging. You're not pleading. You're not convincing people to join your business. You are carefully selecting 3 people to join you on this journey. 3 people that are like-minded and that are focused and that are open-minded, right? So when you reach out to those people and you listen, I'm taking very careful consideration, and I'm selecting 3 people to come along for this journey. And then you want to manage those teams of growth, right? Supported down through 7 generations of growth. Now, how many of you are familiar with how many of you are familiar with our matrix? The reason why we want to focus on the 7th generation, this is a trick question to see who understands our matrix. What percentage does the matrix pay out on level 7? Who can answer that question? Oh, Christopher Churcher, Brian Chittick. I see we have some folks that are plugged in here. Every one of you should know it's 30%. So when you work multiples of 3 who help 3 who help 3, you get to that 7th generation pretty quickly. So a simple approach to the growth: identify what your leaders will need to achieve their desired rank. Remember, I told you, let's stop looking in the mirror and let's start looking into your community, into your business. Let's stop counting the points. Somebody said earlier that people are frustrated they lose the points. Well, that's a business. That's a sustainable business. Stop focusing on the points, P, and start focusing on the people. Okay? And so you want to look in your business and you want to identify what your leaders will need to achieve their desired rank. So for some of you here today, like Martin, and I see Stefan, and I see some others, you have to figure out, okay, I got some people on here, and I see they want to become director. So now you need to figure out what those people need to achieve to become director, and then write those goals down. You've got your journal started. I helped you get started today by your current rank, the future rank you want to see yourself out, yourself, typing in, writing down the words, show the plan, and then now figuring out, writing down. You have to make a list. Don't get so stuck on a digital age where you no longer have an actual journal, right? Write it down. I see Kelly taking notes. I love it. I love it. So basically you write down those people within your team that have committed to a certain rank, and then you identify what they need. So if you know Lisa wants to become director, and if you're here today and you're Lisa's upline mentor, whatever, and Lisa wrote down director, you're going to have a call with Lisa, and you can say, okay, Lisa, we need to go find 2 managers. In fact, we know that to get the president, we need 3 legs. So let's just focus on 3. In fact, we don't know who's really going to accelerate. I say focus on 5. And so, Kelly, let's look within your organization and let's find who those 5 people are that are hungry. Martin said it earlier, hungry. And then let's work those people. So write down those goals and track that weekly progress. Now, here's where it gets exciting. And this is all part of John's training, which I'm going to show you here in just a minute. $1,000 withdrawal for the month, which we've got people in this organization that are pulling out tens of thousands of dollars every month. We have so many of you, But check it out. There's your 7th generation. For those of you that didn't know, there's that 30%. And so if everybody within your organization, if you did a 3x3 and you focused 60 days on this, I'm telling you, it's achievable, you guys. Those numbers, 27, 81, 243. Is it going to happen overnight? No, it's not going to happen if you chose plan A, hope for the best. It's only going to happen if you're willing to put the work in. But check it out. That's your monthly income, $75,000 monthly. If you build a business down to 7 generations and everybody in that business just does a very small $1,000 a month withdrawal. That's the numbers. Like if that doesn't get you excited, I don't know what will. And then of course the bonuses. The bonuses is just a whole nother way for the company to say thank you. And I gotta make sure everybody understands this. This is history. This is network marketing history. To my knowledge, there's no company in the entire world that when you hit your rank and an automobile is achieved, they pay for the car. Some companies do $2,000 a month. You get a lease, you get the white Lexus or the white Mercedes. You're required the color. You're required to put their logo on it. And if you lose that rank, even 1 month you slip in volume, they pull the bonus back. Guess who pays for the car that month? You do. Or what happens if that company decides to go out of business, right? Who's knocking on the door the next day? We call him here in the US the repo man. He's coming to repossess that car because it's not in your name. There are no companies in the entire world right now that pay $100,000 cash up front the day you hit the rank. Well, guess what? You might have a bad month next month and you might slip from president to director. Oscar Lopez is not asking for the keys to your Porsche. You own it. In a few days, they're going to transfer us. Guys, we took the Ferrari. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but we took the Ferrari. Like, we need to take the Ferrari. Not for us, for the rest of the world, because we want the world to see that the company is about to pay us $200,000. And you mark my words, within the next 2 to 3 weeks, you're going to see that Ferrari. That's where we're here for. And so that's the slides. Hang tight. We broke that record, by the way. We smashed through that at the end of October. And again, that's not us. That's not me. That's Martin. Not John. That's not Richard. That's you guys. That's you lady bosses and bosses out there, literally changing people's lives. So let me just finish up here. Let me go ahead and pull something up. Now, in the chat, please let me know in the chat, how many of you know, by putting a number 1, how many of you know that we have a team website for the Power Team? How many of you know? If you don't know we have a team website, put a number 2. So if you're here today and you have no idea that we have a Power Team website with all of these amazing resources, put a number 2. Okay, so let me go through this. Let me pull this up. So if somebody wants to, the chats are blowing up right now. Looks like about a 50-50. Looks like about a 50-50 knows. Monica is going to make sure after this call that all of the WhatsApp groups are updated with a link to the Power Team website. I'm just going to go ahead. It's going to get buried pretty quickly in the chat, but there it is. Okay. Oh, that was a private. Hold on. I'll let one of you guys do it. If you guys can go ahead and put that link in the chat. This is the team website. We have invested a lot of time, energy, effort, and a lot of our own resources financially to not just build this website, but to constantly maintain it, to make sure that it always has the latest, greatest information for you. Because you're going to have members that are going to be reaching out and they're going to be saying, how do I set up my 2FA? How do I set up my Bitcoin wallet? Hey, I'm ready to do my first withdrawal. How do I do it? How do I do it? How do I do it? Well, right on the website, we have this button called training videos. And I know that with Inside, if you're here today and you're part of, there's a couple of teams out there in Europe that are within the Power Team. They're divisions of the Power Team that have put some sites like this together. And so that's great. A lot of you have really followed suit and have duplicated what we've done. But this is for everyone. You won't find a referral link on here. You won't find a pitch on here. This is nothing but CFX information. And so when you go to the training videos, there is, hold on, let me find it. There is John Kinnear's Leadership Mastermind training right there. We did that live in the Netherlands. Okay. You know, how to set up a 2FA, how the commissions work in the back office. The most important video for newcomers, full verse pair. How do they work? When should I upgrade? How to upgrade? You know, and then our most important ones. This training right here that I gave a couple of months ago, a very extensive 46-minute training on the back office. Like what's what, how to find what, how to use the leadership page, a rank up training, marketing training. I'm going to add here later, but I'm going to show you where it is. You can go to our team Vimeo, which is if you go to the Vimeo and you type in global power here, let me show you this even better. If you go to our team website and you go down to the footer, there's our Vimeo channel right there, okay? So that opens up our global partners Vimeo, and you'll see there the social media powerhouse training with Fraser Brooks.
I'm going to make so much money from all these people. I've got my 80-year-old nan on there. I've got me boss from work on there. I've got my best mates on there. Oh, these guys are going to make me an absolute fortune. This is going to be amazing. This is going to be absolutely incredible,
Anyway, that was an amazing training, you guys. It's free. It doesn't cost anybody anything. Right there, he's talking about focus on the people and not the money, right? He's talking about how he made his list, and he's thinking this guy's going to make me money, and this guy's going to make me money. Anyway, great training. And again, that training is all located on the training page. Okay, let me go back to the home page here real quick. Explainer videos. Check it out. These are, you know, the links you can borrow. You can use these videos. You can plug them into websites. You know, the what is the Bitcoin company video? Why Forex? Why Cash FX? In my opinion, the best 20-minute full overview of the entire platform that I have, and this is including the ones that I've made. This is better than any one. This is John Kinnear.
And separate modules are within each of those series. The Elemental series is designed to...
So when you go to the website, if you click this little share button, you can simply copy the link to the video. And then you have your languages. You have your Japanese, Korean, Chinese, all the different languages that we've taken that brief overview and we've added subtitles to. Plus, on this page, when you're on a PC, you can download that very important enrollment checklist. That ensures your new member is going to be funding the proper account and not signing up by accident under somebody else's link. You have that leadership program slides that I just went through. So if you want to have a leadership meeting with your own business, your own team, you've got the slides and you can download them and adjust them however you want. And then the presentation that we use on the global power team. Let's go back to the home page. How many of you are familiar with the successfromhome.com? In fact, I should ask, how many of you are not familiar? Right? This is a corporate website. Yeah, great tool, Brian. Great tool. So you can go here. This is, again, everybody can use this. You can see here we're starting to roll out the translations, right? So that's really cool. And it's broken down in what I like to call bite-sized pieces for your prospect. And so they can go over the product, the education. They can get into how sharing the rewards plan becomes very easy. And then, of course, this is new. This was just added within the last month or so. You have the accelerator. I love this because this gives us an idea to see. So if you're following that 3x3 build strategy and you want to say, okay, my people are only going to be taking 300 out a month. Well, calculate what are the earnings. This is a real-time calculator. How many of you type in the number 2 if you did not know this even existed? The number 2 if you did not know this has existed. That's what this meeting was about. It's about filtering out knowledge. The team is so big that it's hard to get everybody the right knowledge. That's when the duplication happens. And so it looks like a lot of you did not know this existed. And so I'm thankful that whoever invited you here today got you to this call. And yes, this is being recorded. And so you get to plug that in. Same thing down here. If you want to look at how the trade packs work, you put in, a $10,000 pack and it'll let you know what you're earning off of each level. I mean, look at some of these incomes are astounding. So that's there. So how do you get to that page? You don't need to know this page and that video and this video. All you need to know is cfxpowerteamsite.com. Everybody should bookmark that, spend some time, go through it. In my opinion, the 3 most important, compelling videos we have right now. The video of our CEO a couple of months ago talking about the vision. The video from Ron Pope, CEO of the Conversion Pros, partner with CashFX, and talking about the infrastructure, the security, the growth, all of that good stuff. And then our good friend over there at EverFX, Mr. Pablo Milan, talking about, and I quote, those guys over there must be using a crystal ball to call the trades. And so 3 very important videos. We've got this cool little button here that most people don't know. And a lot of you don't realize there's a fake app out there. There's fake sites out there like this stupid Oak Miner site that literally copied our site exactly and has my testimony on it and cannot force them to bring it down, right? So we put on blast right on the website, the fake Android app. This one was trying to fish for information, cashfxgroupz.com. Anyway, all of this is right on the website. Now, the Global Partners page. This is a community for everybody to use. Look at this. It has over, look at this. People reached, 91,000 people reached in the last 30 days on social media. 91,000. It's ranked right now in the top 10% of all of the Facebook business pages in the whole world. All of them, top 10%. 40,000 person post engagement, up 1%. Okay. Now, how does this benefit you? It benefits you a couple of ways. One, you can share some really amazing testimonies with people, right? You can share some really amazing testimonies. We have a team behind the scenes, Sally and a few others, that work very hard and very diligently making sure that this is up to speed. Listen, we look at the comments, 84 comments, 340 likes, 68 shares. The engagement here is through the roof. So how does this benefit you? One, you get to share this information with your community. Now, here's what we know. Most networkers are not going to send their friends to a page like this, excuse me, to like it in the concern that that person they send there might sign up under somebody else, right? That's always a networker's fear, is that I'm going to send them to some page like this and they're going to join Justin and Luigi. Okay, Justin and Luigi are not even involved in this page. We have no links in this page. In fact, we've taken it one step further, you guys. We have incorporated a messenger bot and we have a funnel that benefits everybody except Luigi and Justin. We're not involved in this. We don't get signups from this. So let me show you how that works. If you go back to our website and you click up here on marketing tools, there's several marketing tools. You get to decide what you want. We're not here telling you which one you should or should not use. But our number one recommended most automated tool in the space right now is the messenger bot by our good friends and partners over at Botsy. I'll get into that in a second. You also have the CFX TCP system. If you like building email lists and you want to, drip email campaigns, or you're a funnel person and you like capture pages, that's there for you. Yes, there's a cost. It's not free. We have some share codes that we've created if you're TCP members. And then you have the company's prospecting site, which we just went over, which was the success from home site. Now, if you want to use the bot, you can pay quarterly, you can pay twice yearly, you can pay annually, but I'm here to tell you it's less than like $11 or $12 a month. On the website, there's a place for you to purchase it. This is not a pitch to purchase the bot. Whether you purchase it or not only benefits you. It does not benefit us, but I'm going to tell you this. Once you get that bot, okay, once you get that bot, and you start promoting that bot on social media, it's an info bot. It does two things that no other marketing system in the world does. I'll check that. It does two things no other marketing system in the world does. No matter how fancy your capture page is, you have no idea when people visit it unless they put their information in, right? Unless they put in their little name and email address and they subscribe, you get notified. But then you don't get notified if they read your email. You don't get notified if they went back to your website. None of that. There's a video here that I want everybody to watch, because what this bot does is every time that subscriber goes back to your website and clicks on something in your bot, like they want to look at the live trades. By the way, y'all, if one of your prospects subscribes to the bot, they can actually watch the live trades without being logged into a back office. That's fancy. Like right from the messenger bot, they can actually see the transparency of the live trades. And when they come back to the bot and they click to go see the live trades, you receive a notification right to your messenger. And it says, hey, let me use somebody else here. Hey, Darren, Joe just visited your bot and he's looking at the live trades right now. You want to talk about real-time notifications? And if it's a new subscriber, it sends you a picture of their Facebook profile. So you could actually find them on Facebook. Now, you could literally pick up the phone, and if I was Darren, I would do this. I wouldn't message, I would Facebook Messenger, and I would call Joe and I'd say, hey, Joe, it's Darren here. I noticed, you were taking a look at the live trades right now, and I had a couple of minutes, and I just wanted to give you a call and make sure you understand what you're looking at. You want to talk about high tech, high touch? So it does that. It notifies you every time somebody returns back to get more information about your business, but it does something even cooler. It sends out a 21-day follow-up series of videos. I don't think I have an example of one to show here, but we have created 21 60-second videos. And so what happens is when one of your subscribers subscribes into your bot, they see a link anywhere on social media, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, Facebook, wherever, and they click on it. You get notified, they become an active subscriber. Within the next 24 hours, they're going to get an automatic message from you with a 60-second video inviting them to a webinar, inviting them to look at the live trades, inviting them to learn more about the technology, more about the traders, look at the testimonials, look at the members that are ranking up. And so every day they're going to get a brand new video for 21 days. And so now the bot is not just telling you when they're looking at the business, it's encouraging them on your behalf. The bot gives everybody the ability to go out and build the business and not have to do all that follow-up. And so you can get the bot. Now, let me tie all of this together. Again, this is not really a pitch for a bot, but here's what I want you to share. Here's what I want you to know. Once you have that bot, there's three ways for you to benefit from this global partners page. Okay. There's three ways. Anybody that has subscribed to your bot is locked in with a cookie. They're attached to you forever. So once you invite those people who you see subscribing to the bot, you invite them to the Facebook page, and they come back one day. What is the statistics and science and marketing tells us? That it takes most people 7-8 times to see something before they take action, right? 7, 8, 9 times. They got to see the same ad over and over and over again. Well, if they come back to this Facebook page and they simply click on there'll be a button here. I'm an admin, so I see edit. But if they go to chat with the page, or if they type in on one of these comments, I'm interested, or if they scroll down and they click on one of the join now buttons, guess whose CFX link they get? Yours. It's automatically cookied. There's no way you ever lose a prospect as long as you use the page. Now you take it one step further and you look at this here. The chatbot training that we did with Stuart is killer. It's on the team website. So after you get the bot and you figure out how can I really leverage this bot, you see here, these different links. Here's a link to the live trades. Here's a link to the member testimonials. Here's a link to the invite to the webinars. Here's a link to see the monthly results. Here's a link to see all the upgrades. So then you can actually create a post on your Facebook and you could say, hey, listen, guys, I know some of you have been asking me for information about what I do. Here's a link for you to go check out our transparency. And then on your Facebook, you put this link to the live trades. And if any of those people that go look at it are people that subscribe to your bot, and in that bot, there's a button that says sign up now, and they click it, they're getting your CashFX link. And you're going to get notified stage 3 that they just clicked the sign up button. I mean, heck, if that's not the time to give them a call, right? So you can help them get started at which package? Whichever package they're most comfortable starting with. They're going to ask you, hey, where did you start? I'm a firm believer of speed of the leader, speed of the pack, which is why when I go into a business, I usually go in fairly bigger because I want people to know, hey, I had enough confidence to go here. But again, wherever you're comfortable starting. And so all of this, and then we have the business cards. We've got a couple of graphics designers that have come up with a couple of different business cards. You can get the cards here. Listen, look, it's $3. It's all done for you. They'll put your QR code. They'll put your, whatever flavor you like best. You send an email. You send $3 in Bitcoin, and they'll give you a file with all your information on the business cards. So you can either go to Vistaprint or whatever website, or you can go back to your local printer. Brian, I'm going to show that, Brian. Also, we had the company. This is corporate. They design these. Look at these. These are the big pull down banners, right? So if doesn't matter the size of your event. Listen, if you're having an event at your local Starbucks and you have 10 people coming, roll one of these up, tell the owner, say, listen, I've got an event here. You know, we're going to be ordering some coffees and some bakery goods. Is it okay if I put my company sign here in the back? And then you've got this really cool pull down banner. So how do you get these on the PC? You download these PDF files. They're all clickable. It'll take you right to the high resolution image. You provide that to your printer. They'll tell you the size proportion of it, and give you the right pull down, and it's loading. But all of that is right on the team website right there. All of the latest testimonial videos. I don't know how many of you have seen this. This video right here gives me goosebumps every time I watch it.
Hey beautiful people, I'm Jeanine Johnson and I love Saturdays. Why? Because Saturdays are payday.
I love it.
Hi guys, Emmanuel, London, England. Hope you're doing well. CFX Saturdays has changed my life. Very, very exciting. Thanks very much.
Hi, I'm Danny G from Durban, South Africa.
I'm Matt and I live in the UK and I love Saturday.
Listen guys, CFX changed my life. Every single Saturday I've been getting paid.
That's a great video. You know, number 2, if you didn't even know that video existed. All of the testimonials, all completely genuine, all completely real world, and you all have the ability to use and share these. We went over the marketing tools. We went over the business. Here's the blueprints. Martin talked earlier about the blueprints. I am a solid believer that when you find something that works, you blueprint it and you duplicate it. People ask me all the time, Justin, what would you do if you had to start over? If I had to start over right now from literally zero, this is what I would do, you guys. I would follow these blueprints step by step. Here's a little video that I did that simply successfully plug in, follow, explains the blueprints, right? And then if you look here, here's the first blueprint, building the business, connect, engage, convert. That's what you're doing. You want to connect with more people. You want to engage with those people and then eventually convert them into business partners or customers. That's the goal. And so this goes through step by step how to use the blueprints. And so the blueprints, how to turn your Facebook into a moneymaker. My mentor, actually 2 of my mentors converged on this technique and taught it to me several years ago, and it's what I've been using. I use my Facebook as a business tool. You'll notice I don't share information from these blogs and posts. It's about connecting with like-minded people. I believe that Facebook gives us a free business tool that holds 5,000 leads. Yes, you can have more than 5,000 followers, but 5,000 friends. And so, 1, everybody should be maxed out. You should be maxed out with people that are like-minded. And then when you realize that those people that you're maxed out with aren't quite following what you're doing, get rid of a couple thousand every month and bring in a couple thousand new ones and keep that Rolodex fresh. And so what this blueprint's going to do is it's going to show you where to go fishing for those like-minded people, right? If I'm heading out today and I want to catch, freshwater catfish, I'm not going to take my boat out in the ocean because there's no freshwater catfish out there. So what this blueprint is going to do is it's going to teach you where to fish for like-minded entrepreneurs and how to bring them into your network. The perfect Facebook live stream. I was deathly afraid of live streams when they rolled out. I think it's like 3-4 years ago. Don't quote me on the time frame, but I remember when Facebook launched their Facebook Live feature, and I was like, no way am I ever going to be able to do that. People say to me, Justin, that's not true. You're so natural behind the no. Was deathly afraid of them. In fact, there was multiple times I would attempt to go live and literally just shut it down. It was like so fearful. But again, what growth happens within your comfort zone, right? And so now we've taken the guessing out of it. It shows the perfect the perfect video template, how to do a perfect live stream. Listen, take this with love. Your first 2 or 3 lives are going to stink. Nobody's going to want to watch them, but that's okay. Get them out of the way, get them done, build that confidence. You know what, Justin? I don't know what to talk about. What do I talk about when I go live? How about 75 examples right here? What do you we take the guesswork out of it? Different things for you to, and guess what? None of these is you going live and selling your business, because people don't want to log into a live. But when you get good and you do lives, you start talking about lifestyle. People want to buy the lifestyle. They don't want to buy your products and services. And so anyway, that's your blueprints there. All of the blueprints that you need are right there. What else? Training. We went over that. Last but not least, for those of you that do want to get some gear, we do have the shop. Very big disclaimer on the bottom, because we have been accused of creating this so that Luigi and I can make more money. Again, it's not about that. It's not about that. All of the proceeds here go back into the building of the bots, the advertising. Oh, I didn't tell you. We also have 2 rotators. So for those of you that become top fans on this page, I think, let me see if I could find where it is. There's a top fan. It's completely transparent. We have nothing to do with it. The more you comment and engage on this page, let me see if we can see one. Top fan. Look, top fan, not a top fan. Top fan, top fan. So the more you engage and communicate on this page, you become a top fan. And once you become a top fan, you get put in a rotator. So you see this button right here that says cashfxglobalpartners.com/learn more. When a prospect comes to this page, last month we had 3,000 organic leads. 3,000. Those aren't paid leads. Those are people that are finding this page because of how popular it is. And so they come to this page. They don't know anybody at CashFX. They simply watch a couple videos and they realize, I want to get involved in this. So they click this learn more button, and that puts them in a rotator. And those leads are being distributed amongst our top fans. So those are rotators in ways that we've given back. And so the proceeds for this right here, hold on. The proceeds for this go to help build value for the community. So you got all your shirts and your hats. And what's really cool is some people are like, well, you know, I might like something that doesn't have the Power Team on it. And so you can get, I mean, we just rolled out some really cool stickers, all sorts of stuff. I have a Power Team shirt on right now, but I will show you this shirt. This is one of my favorites. And we have the women's are the women's cuts. They're a little bit different for those of you that don't want a regular, you know, unisex crew. But I want to show you. I just helped 2 people get started with Bitcoin because of this shirt. So I wore no, I don't have the long sleeve. I have the short sleeve, but I have this shirt right here, and you can see on the back it says money can't buy happiness, but it can buy Bitcoin, right? And so I had that shirt on at one of my son's ball games, and 2 of the kids' parents came up and started talking to me about Bitcoin. It was, and that's what it is. I mean, it's about building awareness and creating a relationship. We didn't have any conversations, and I will state this. The company, we're still waiting for the company to make a decision on the US. And so I'm going to tell you something. I lead by example. I've not signed up a single person from the US in 9 months, and I will not. I want you guys to understand that we lead by examples here, and we're waiting for the company to make some final decisions. But what I did do is I helped them get started with Bitcoin. I helped them download IM token. I sent them both like $6.50 in Bitcoin. They were so excited. Came back the next day, Bitcoin had gone up a little bit, and they were like, I made $10. The other guy's like, I made $4. My point is everything here is plug and play. Now it comes down to how hungry are you, right? How hungry are you? Knowledge, You hear people say it all the time. Knowledge is power. And I don't believe that. I don't agree with that statement. Knowledge is not power. It's what you do with that knowledge. You know, now there's 324. We lost a few people. I know I've been on the soapbox for quite a while today, and some people have dropped off. But it's not the knowledge that comes in and comes out. It's the knowledge. I've been teaching my son this. My son knows what's the difference between knowledge and wisdom, and he'll tell you wisdom is knowledge applied. And so, how many of you are going to take the knowledge that we've provided you? By the way, if you can just do me a favor, hashtag in the comments, hashtag value. If you guys walked away today with some value, we'll get a recording of this out to everybody. But I want to bring Martin on, and I want, as I start to digress here, I want to bring Martin on and let him wrap things up. Any key points that he'd like to share? Woo.
Wow, Mr. Ambassador. I couldn't explain in my own words. Can't imagine, what words I would have to use to even relay the sort of value, the magnitude of value that we've been able to attain within the last 1 hour or so. Now, I do understand that regardless of someone's level of success, regardless of their knowledge or even the wisdom they already have, that it necessitated them creating some space within their whatever area of the brain that might have been to accommodate what you've just been teaching. Because again, it comes down to the application. I believe that whoever has taken this on board and puts it into practice, there is no question whatsoever in my mind that they'll be able to grow their business at least by 900%.